been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, play, who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running, cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying to selling to customers, run up the business, God is my witness, sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday, we maxing our limits, my mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie, moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping, I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit, first class, my feet up high in the air on business, yeah, woo. Cover the city, your city ain't working, it's all for nothing. She told me don't let up, it's on us to make it, it's on us to crush it. Now it's gonna take some just to make some, so put that in your budget. Yeah, can't keep moving your dreams for cheap when you ain't even budging. What got you bugging? Make you a play, don't be scared of religion. You made it from nothing, then figure out your clutching. Everything you want in front of you, ain't no discussion. Look, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, play.
It's been a long time coming. Track star, long time running. I exterminate foes, they bugging. I'm joke, I want my nuggets gold. Platinum chain, call them Johnny Dang, dog. With my brains, I go off like hurricanes until my diamonds look like rain. My verses, gas, I'm on it, spaz. The business.
Watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself.
I ain't taking no
loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss, no loss, no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest.
Yo, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to the one and only NYYU. What is going on, everybody? So, the news out there right now is basically where we've had it, right? There is not any big breaking news from Jack Curry. You put on Jack Curry, and if you've been watching NYYU for the last couple of weeks, it would be exactly what we've been telling you. The stuff that me and Francis have heard from months ago, the stuff that I said recently also. But this is where we are right now. Again, there was some things I want to talk about that Curry said. We'll take a look at a couple of different things. But just to kind of round out, whatever the hell it's called, what Jack Curry said, the main thing really was that the Yankees have had several productive conversations with Soto. That's what I told you guys. They've had good meetings. The Yankees are very, very comfortable where they are right now. They are willing to meet Soto in those high numbers. The belief around everywhere is that Soto's going to break Ohtani's deal, AAV, not the 700, whatever the hell it is. AAV, 46, 47, 48, 49, $50 million. We've all expected that. And the Yankees are willing to swim in those waters, and they made it very, very, very clear to Soto, we want you back. You know, we want to see you and Judge and the rest of this club fulfill what we know you guys can fulfill, and that is winning a World Series. Guys, it goes back a few days ago. I told you guys the last update I had was that I was told that the Yankees feel they're in a very good position. You got all these other reports out there, and again, it gets to those point where you're looking around going, what the hell can we believe? What do you believe that's out there? Look, I don't claim to be Jack Curry. I'm happy you guys are happy now that Curry said it. Great. I don't claim to be Ken Rosenthal. I don't claim to be Jeff Passan. When I get information, I put it out. Hopefully, typically, usually, it's been correct because I know the people I'm speaking to. They're not going to bullshit. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. But it's been more the same. And Jack Curry did say one thing that we all kind of assumed, right? Is that this man right here, Juan Soto, probably winter meetings type thing, maybe the next week or so. He said the next 10 days, which will take you to December 12th. That is when the winter meetings ends. So I believe it ends on the 12th, the 8th to the 12th. When that wraps up, we're going to know who Soto's playing for. I'll get to the other stuff, but we got a super chat over. Hey!
Thank you for being a friend.
You Got that gabagoo Mike. Any chance they sign Soto and another top free agent? Well, that's something we're going to talk about. That is something we're going to talk about a lot today. I really want to get into something I found very interesting. Because the one thing about Jack Curry, folks, is Jack Curry knows his shit. We know that already, right? But a lot of people feel like, well, Jack is also somewhat the voice of the Yankees to the fans. You know what I mean? Like, he'll tell you what the Yankees are thinking. He said something very interesting about two players that I've had one of these guys in a lineup, the other guy never, it'll be a weird deal. It would be a weird trade. But one of the names he mentioned, and he seemed that the Yankees have been intrigued for a while with, is Cody Bellinger. He basically came out, they mentioned Cody Bellinger, they mentioned Nolan Arenado, and he said, I could see the Yankees having interest in Bellinger, but I do not see the Yankees having any interest in Nolan Arenado. And we understand why that is. There's a lot of money attached to him. But if we've talked about Cody Bellinger here. I like Cody Bellinger. I know there's some people that are looking at a guy like Cody Bellinger going, yeah, I don't know. We need Cody Bellinger with all those strikeouts. So, Tyler, I don't think you know what you're talking about. Cody Bellinger does not strike out. You're talking about Cody Bellinger from years ago when he was going for launch angle and all that stuff. You see why that barrel percentage and hard hit percentage is down? Because he looks to put the ball in play. That's what he's changed up to go from a 210 guy to 307 and then 266. He's no longer just a swing and a miss guy. It's not what he does anymore. But Cody Bellinger is a guy that could make sense for the Yankees. And there's a couple of reasons why. And I'm going to talk about some of the blue on here. I've had this conversation with a lot of people when it comes to this. Everybody just sees Baseball Savant and they just see red and go, oh, he must be good. Wait a second. There's a lot more looking into that, and I'll tell you exactly why. I'll even prove it to you. Cody Bellinger does make sense for the Yankees. Now, what would a deal like that look like? I don't know. Jack Curry never mentioned the Yankees moving salary. He never mentioned moving from the surplus of starting pitching, but I do believe that is where they would move. They would move from surplus of starting pitching. And we'll see when they eventually get there. I think Marcus Stroman is a name. Nestor Cortez potentially. But in my opinion, I think Marcus Stroman is the name that probably has a chance of going. But I could see a Ben Rice in that deal. Again, I don't get really big into the who's going to be traded, what type of move there is going to be made, who's going to be involved. I don't know all that stuff. We don't know anything like that at the moment. But I do believe that Cody Bellinger could really be a target because, look, there's a couple of reasons why. He's a very good center fielder. A very, very good center fielder. But he's also a really good first baseman. Jack Curry said, look, Anthony Rizzo's not coming back. We knew that, but would anybody have been shocked if the Yankees just came out of nowhere? It was like, short-term deal, let's bring him back. Wouldn't shock me none. So to hear Jack Curry sit there and basically say he's not an option, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. Bellinger could play center field. Do the Yankees trust Jasson Dominguez in center field? Michael Kay, of course, went on there. I was like, well, he didn't do good in a couple of times he played. He looked bad. God almighty. 50-something at bats, 21 years old. He missed the fly ball. Oh, my God. Now he's the worst player that ever lived. He shouldn't be. Let me tell you, and I don't want to go on a Jasson Dominguez rant here, but let me just tell you guys one thing. There shouldn't be a conversation about if Jasson Dominguez is going to play. Well, he'll have a chance. A chance? Jasson Dominguez should be in a lineup every day. If that's not the case, trade him. I mean, I would love to hear just somebody on one of these shows just simply go, I think he should be given every chance possible. He's your top prospect, isn't he? You have not heard one person affiliated with the Yankees sit there and just say, why doesn't he get the Volpe treatment? Anthony Volpe got handed shortstop. It's just so weird to me that they act like This was one of the youngest players in AAA last year. He tore the cover off of the ball. Jasson Dominguez can play the outfield, folks. Take a breather. Calm down. People want this kid's career to be over because he misplayed 2 balls in the outfield. Yeah, it wasn't good, but let the fucking kid play. My goodness. Mike says, dream offseason, Soto, Burns, Santana, and an RP. I don't think if you get Soto, you're getting Burns. I talked about that for a while, but getting back to Cody Bellinger, look, it gives the Yankees that option then, right? If they sit there, they get Soto back, and they go, we get Bellinger. We're not a fan of Jasson Dominguez. All right, whatever. We can then move him in a deal to fill one of those positions that we have open. Third base, second base, first base, whatever it might be. I don't know. Whatever it might be, that would then give them the chance. Again, Pete Simonetti's not advocating for that. I'm just showing you guys the steps and different things the Yankees could do. Or you can just sit there, put Cody Bellinger at first base for the next year, 2 years, and go, we got our guy. Leave him there at first base. Why the hell not? You know the defense is going to be good, and going to Yankee Stadium, I don't know, man. I feel like Cody Bellinger, I think he'll be all right. I really do. I think Cody Bellinger would be more than okay playing first base for the New York Yankees. If we just pull this up again, let's go take a little look here and see what he would have done at Yankee Stadium. I always like this is always fun to me. He would have had 24 bombs at Yankee Stadium. Actually, one of his best ballparks. So based off what Savant says, expected home runs by ballpark, he would have actually had some of his best production at Yankee Stadium. And you could probably just go on up here. I bet there's some balls here that would doubles. There you go. So you look at a couple of the spray chart right above me, right here. You're looking at a couple of things here. You got some triples in there. You got a couple of doubles in there that are probably gone at Yankee Stadium. So to hear Jack Curry say, Yankees have liked him for a while, and yeah, I think they would be interested. Nolan Arenado, on the other hand, I highly doubt that's going to happen. And that is something I definitely agree with Jack Curry. I don't see that happening at all. It just doesn't make sense to me. But it's interesting to think about, too, when it comes to Cody Bellinger, because I don't think it's going to take a ton of work. I don't think it's going to take a huge trade, so to say, to get Bellinger there. I do think if the Yankees sign Soto, which I've been of the belief that they will, I believe they will sign him. I have an issue seeing the Yankees holding on to all their other pieces than if they bring Bellinger over. You got to be able to move some salary while bringing Soto and a Bellinger here, filling in those other positions. That's not hard to do. But you got to be able to fill in some other positions, whether that is Caleb Durbin, again, whether that is Jasson Dominguez. You already got Austin Wells. You already got Anthony Volpe. So you would then have potentially 4 players that are really not getting paid at all to be in your club. And if the Yankees go that route, it's like I said before, people go, oh my God, Pete, he wants to, he doesn't want the Yankees to do anything. He's letting them off the hook. No, I'm not. I'm simply sitting here saying, if you do get Soto back, I've been saying this as the Yankees traded for him. If they re-sign him, they got to put some cheap pieces around him. That's only going to make sense. One interesting thing that Jack Curry said, I think it was Jack Curry. I believe it was. It might have been Michael Kay. It was one of the two. If it was Kay, my bad. I don't even want to pay him any attention. But he mentioned that if the Yankees missed out on Soto, God forbid, they may look at Willy Adames at third base. I don't know if that was Kay or Curry. You guys could let me know in the chat. But one of them said that because then that would allow Jazz Chisholm to go to second base. That was Curry that said that. Thank you, Caleb. So that was Jack Curry that said. That's interesting because I'm a fan of Willy Adames. I like him a lot. I like Soto a lot more, but it's interesting to see the Yankees do that. And I'm sticking to Soto coming back because it's the way that I've always felt about him coming back. So again, let me go over Cody Bellinger a little bit here because I think that might be the most intriguing piece of news is that he kind of came out and was like, the Yankees really like this guy. He could see them looking to go get him. I think that makes a lot of sense. And that is even with, Soto being in the fold. But pulling them back up here, I want to go over this with everybody. Matter of fact, yes. Wait a second. Let me try to do something here. Let me switch this here so I can also see this. I just want to look at a couple of things and go over it with you guys. All right. Let's see. ABs, and then we got Ks. Okay, perfect. That's what I needed to do. Now we can switch back over here. All right. Now let's take a look at Cody Bellinger for a second, guys. Thank you for staying with me here. What I'm trying to make work over here. Everybody sees a lot of the blue there, the exit velocity, the barrel, the hard hit, the sweet spot, the blah, 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 all that, right? Let me show you guys something really quickly, all right? So this is what somebody in the chat said, yeah, man, but now we're going to get this guy that gets in here and he just strikes out a ton. I mean, come on, man. We don't need this strikeout guy in this lineup. That's not what we need. Cody Bellinger in 2022, his last year, if you guys remember, with the Dodgers, where he just he basically sucked ass. He was done. That offseason, he revamped his swing. He went more back to a level approach, kind of what he used to do instead of the big launch angle, the big pop, trying to hit homers. That season, folks, this is 2022, his last year with the Dodgers. 504 at-bats, 150 strikeouts. So when people go, oh my God, this is a strikeout guy. He was, no doubt about it. He was a strikeout guy the year before that, 2021. 315 ABs, 94 strikeouts. But in 2023, when he revamped his career, 499 at-bats, 87 strikeouts. This past season, 516 at-bats, 89 strikeouts. So again, for a lot of the people out there that are just simply going, Cody Bellinger's a big strikeout guy, Pete. We can't have this guy here. You got to be out your mind. Well, he's not. He's not a big strikeout guy no more. Is he a guy that, is he back to these amazing ways of, MVP player? Potentially not, but he's pretty good. And I'll switch back over here to show you guys something. This year here, this was 2024. Let me switch to 2022 when he was trying to hit those bombs. You see that? 2024. Look at just the average exit velo, barrel, hard hit. Yeah, it was up a little bit, but he was swinging and missing a ton. He wasn't putting the ball in play. A lot of times, guys, when you look at a lot of players that put the ball in play, Luis Arraez, hitters that don't strike out a ton, you are going to see just that. You're going to see that the barrel percent, all that stuff is down a little bit. A lot of that stuff is down, and that's just why they put the ball in play. He's decided to be a guy that's not going to be a big swing and miss, try to get on base, move things over. He's become more of a situational player, and could he have a great year? Yeah, he could have a very good year. But I don't know what it would take, but based off Yankee Hot Stove today, look, the Soto situation there's really nothing new. And I'm happy that a lot of people feel a little more confident because they heard it out of Jack Curry's mouth, and I completely understand that. But it's nothing different than what we've been, chirping at here. There's no real difference at all from what we've been saying. Again, man, I do believe the Yankees, Hal Steinbrenner, this is a situation where Hal Steinbrenner wants this guy back. He's going to do everything he could take to get this guy back on this team. Yes, I hear the reports or whatever the hell you want to call it that, I've heard from this guy in the Red Sox and they feel they're going to get him. Nobody really knows. That's also something that Jack Curry said, is that nobody really knows what Soto's thinking. Nobody knows. And the funny thing is, Michael K, for some reason again, which I thought was wild, he brought up Soto's comments after the World Series loss again. And I'm sitting there looking around like, I don't understand how you could have been involved in baseball for so many friggin' years, like Michael K has been, And you're sitting there talking about Juan Soto said after I lost, guess what? Every team's, this because I played for the Yankees, I enjoy my time here, but everybody's on the same playing field when it comes to me signing. Oh, I can't believe he said that. How dare he say that? I mean, is he supposed to just come out there and say, I want to be a Yankee? I mean, anybody looking into that, to me, is just it's wild. How do you sit there and look into this and go, yeah, that makes sense for negotiations? Scott Boris's job is to get Soto where he wants to be at the highest dollar amount he can get him. That is legitimately his job. That's his job. His job is to do just that. Can you imagine if Soto just affected his job by sitting there going, you know what, next year, damn it, we got to get back to this World Series and win it. That's what we got to do. That's what we have to do. Of course it's not going to happen. It's not going to work that way. Beast mode.
You're simply the best.
Oh, beast mode says, I don't know, Pete. I got to see it. See what? See what exactly? Soto? I don't know what the see what was. It came at a weird time, so I'm not sure. I like to comment on it, but let me know, Beast Mode, what you would like to see there. This is from our good friend Darius Glover. Is also a Jack Curry comment here. The Yankees have no plans on pursuing Anthony Rizzo and Gleyber Torres. He then added, I don't know how big his role will be in 2025, but I would bet you guys $1 right now Caleb Durbin is on the opening day 26-man roster. Also a very interesting. Oh, that they need to get it done, the Yankees. Okay. Beast Mode, I got you, brother. Thank you for clarifying that. But Caleb Durbin is interesting, man. You guys have heard Los talk about him. You've heard John Brophy talk about him. Caleb Durbin went off in the Arizona Fall League. I mean, he was phenomenal. Very fast. And look, I think one of the biggest signs that the Yankees are serious about having Caleb Durbin on the 26-man roster is the Yankees non-tendering John Berti. When the Yankees basically said, all right, John, it's been good, brother. We'll see you later. Thank you. I think that had everything to do with them knowing Caleb Durbin is younger and he's a very similar player. That's a good projection if you really think about it. He's quite the projection. Caleb Durbin and John Berti, a little bit similar in some things that they do. Both very fast, both steel bags, both could put the ball in play, good speed, good defense. That's interesting. And according to Los, Yankees Farm, our good friend, he has said many times, Caleb Durbin is also a very good defensive second baseman. So I can see where the Yankees are going here with that. All this baloney about Soto will cease in about 6 more days. Yeah, man. Now look, Jack Curry said the same thing. He thinks about 10 days. That's by the end of the winter meetings. And he made another good point, too. He said, look, if the one thing about Scott Boras, he likes to give his player the big moment. What's bigger than the winter meetings? There's nothing bigger than the winter meetings. And look, I got a feeling that's probably when Soto signs. I would love it being Friday. I talked about this on All Rise. He was traded to the Yankees on December 6th. Maybe he could sign with the Yankees long-term December 6th. But it's good to hear. Hope says Aaron Boone is going to sing Hannah Montana, the best of both worlds, with a wig on. Ayo!
Under my umbrella. Hey.
I had to do it, folks. I had to do it. I got no damn choice but to do it, baby. It's what I do, OV. And yes, Jack Curry also said, let's pull this up thanks to our good friend Darius Glover. Always getting the quotes quick. I do believe when Juan Soto signs, it's with the Yankees or the Mets. Again, guys, I have said this and I will say it again. Yankees, Mets. If there's any other club, I believe it's the Boston Red Sox. I never believed the whole West Coast situation. Yankees, Mets, or Boston. And I've told you guys, if you had to ask me, I believe the Yankees. The people I talk to, and I've been very open with this, I had many people early on there. This is probably going... damn, I'm not good with my dates. Francis is better than me with dates. Jira, they remember dates. I don't remember dates. Was it the last time I was in New York when we had our gathering? I was sitting with a few people that are in the know with Soto, and it's funny because I go, let me, anything? Yeah, is there anything going on there? And anything? And one of the first things we heard was, don't worry, he's gone. Get the fuck out of here. He's gone. And immediately the first thing we said was, yeah, but why? What is it? Why do you feel that way? Is that something a lot of people think? At the time, a lot of people didn't think Steinbrenner would go over 6 because as I reported, that meeting they had in June, July, or August, whatever the hell it was, Soto was like, talk to Scott. And there was rumors the Yankees were looking at 550, 560, 575, around there. And a lot of people sat back, rightfully so, and said if the Yankees don't move off that, they're fucked. How do they get Soto back? They don't get him back. Because if they're 75 million, 60 million off, they don't get him back. It's just that simple. And I do believe Hal Steinbrenner, like I said, man, he's made it known. We want you. And as I've been telling you guys, he wanted Aaron Judge. He got him back. He wanted Carlos Rodon. He got him. He wanted Garrett Cole. He got him. He looked at Soto in the face and he said, we want you back. And I want to have that same relationship that I have with Soto and Judge. I want to have that relationship with you. And I think one of the most intriguing moments of that meeting, me and Francis said this before that meeting took place. What did we say, guys? Remember, before the Yankees met with Soto, what did we tell you? Soto's going to want to know one thing. If you guys bring me back, what are the plans? I would have loved to be a fly on the wall and hear what the Yankees said when Soto said that, because Curry today said it. Jack Curry said it today. He said that's one of the things Soto asked. What does the future look like if you guys bring me back here? It's interesting to me. Did the Yankees mention that player development and go Caleb Durbin, Jasson Dominguez? These are guys that will fill an outfield spot and a second base spot. 2 of our worst production on the field. Let's look at something real quick, guys. I'll pull this up for you. Left field again. I'm going to keep harping this until it's over so people get it. Left field was one of the worst offensive production positions in all of baseball for the New York Yankees. They were one of the worst, bottom of the barrel. First base, they were bottom of the barrel. Second base, besides a month and a half, they were terrible. So again, guys, what I've been harping on and trying to tell people is to calm down a second. Well, if they get Soto back, they got to do other stuff. They should improve without much effort. And I don't mean that as the Yankees shouldn't have to do anything. They don't need much more effort to be better is what I'm saying. David Miser says, never had a problem with Hal, but Cashman has been the one I have problems with. He questions what he's doing sometimes. Brian Cashman to me is still a problem. But if you look at this again, guys, look, this is what I've been saying, right? Let's say you traded for Cody Bellinger. All right, he's in first base. Let's say you get Soto back. Your outfield could be set. First base is set. Capone just said maybe a Brendan Donovan would be amazing. He's not an expensive player. Would the Yankees trade a Clark Schmidt for him? I don't know. Is that something the Cardinals even want to do? I don't know. But again, when you look at screens like this, they don't have to do a shit ton to be better. That's why Soto, you pay.
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
This is not hard. This is not hard, ladies and gentlemen. We at the U, we're not, oh, there's so much, they're so smart. No, it's common sense. Sometimes you got to look at things with common sense, put the PlayStation control down, turn MLB to show off, and go, what common sense can I look at this with? 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Come on! He's all of them. He's every plan. Without him, you don't have a plan. But if you add him in, you then build even average-wise, and you've improved. That's why there isn't a plan. That's why Scott Boras also knows. He's not stupid. You don't think Juan Soto knows? You don't think Soto knows? They need me back. Come on. Call their bluff if they say something. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, Cody Bellinger at first base. Carlos Santana at first base. It's better. Second base, Caleb Durbin, Brendan Donovan, Brendan Rodgers. It's better. It's probably better. Left field. Is it going to be Judge in left? Whoever the additional outfielder is, Jasson Dominguez. It's better. They have gotten a whole lot better offensively if that is the case. You just got to be better than average. That's all there is to it. So if anybody wants to run with this, like the one guy did on Twitter, said, oh man, that Pete Simonetti, he used to be one of those guys that yell at the Yankees for certain things. Now he's saying just put anybody there. They don't have to go get Burns. They don't have to get this guy, that guy. No, not the case. Don't put my fucking fire out. I was the guy yelling at Hal Steinbrenner, remember? And Cashman about signing Soto. Did you hear anybody else? Top of their lungs, screaming like a maniac? Well, I don't expect anybody to be me, but still. Don't try to put my fire out. I'm just looking to make the Yankees a better club. That's all I'm looking to do. Improvement. Crackle Nut says I had breakfast with Soto today. And he wrote NYY on his plate with the ketchup bottle and winked at me. I'm pretty sure he is back. Big Head K is ass. Crackle Nuts, I don't want you going to breakfast with Soto, all right? I don't know if I trust you enough to handle this deal. Take it easy, Crackle. Take it easy. You know, another thing that was mentioned is getting creative if Soto's back. Where have you guys heard that one before? Get creative. Where have you guys heard that one? I know I've heard that before a couple of times. Brian Cashman needs to be creative. I've said it many, many times. Here I am saying it again. Saying it yet again. Get creative. It's a word I've used so many times with Brian Cashman. And yes, Hot Stove used it today. They got to get creative. Again, man, Stroman, let me ask you guys a question. For Brendan Donovan, would you guys deal a Clark Schmidt and maybe another prospect? Anyone? I'd like to know what you guys think. Would you deal Clark Schmidt in a deal for Brendan Donovan? Got a couple of super chats we'll get to here, guys, and we ain't going nowhere. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm also trying to find... yeah, so did Carlos probably shared this. Let me see if Carlos shared this. Yankees farm. I hope he did. Come on, Carlos. Please tell me you shared this on here. Yeah, that's my guy. I friggin' love Carlos. I wanted to talk about this next. I think Rob might have mentioned it. Replay up, my brother.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best.
Remember Soto was one of the last guys in the dugout after losing the World Series. Yankees are best positioned to return to the World Series with Soto. Look what they did with no production from first base and left field. Upgrade first base, second base, and, of course, left field. Exactly. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is going to play out well. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to play better. You can have other issues. But your goal as a GM is to improve every year. That's your goal. That's what you set out to do. All right, we just went to the World Series. What can we do to go right over the top and win this damn thing? Improve in the positions that did not work before. Rod Thompson. Oh, I got a little DS action going on. He scores. Ross says, I'm not saying Jones is a bust, but him dropping in the rank of prospects, I'm going to shout somebody out after this, is yet another example of Yankees not striking deals while the prospect is hot or considered hot. We could have also had Corbin Burns for last year. I don't know what made a difference, but we could have. David says, Pete, have you heard teams will sign Holmes to start? Yeah, I did hear that they're interested in some teams starting, but I want to talk about this. Shout out, by the way, to my good friend John Brophy. Is he in here? Ah, that's my John. You know why I'm shouting out John Brophy? I had people hitting me up. Okay? When John Brophy posted his updates for Yankee prospects, I had people message me. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button. We got 560 in here, 140 likes. Oh, come on. Hit that like and sub. We're 14 subs away from 39 too. Come on, baby. Hit that subby, baby.
Tommy likey. Tommy want wingy.
But I want to talk about something because I had people hit me up. They said, hey, how does John Brophy got Spencer Jones so low? Pete, hey, what's going on with John Brophy? How is Spencer Jones ranked so low? How dare he drop Spencer Jones? And I said, I don't think he's wrong. I don't think the great John Brophy is wrong. The Ace Avenue, what's up, my brother? David says, okay, I already read that. The Ace Avenue, what up? Israel, my friend. I hope the Yankees start to do something. It's going to start with Soto first, then they'll do some other stuff. But everybody said, Pete, John Brophy, how dare he drop him? Well, Baseball America just dropped their list. Let's take a look at it. There it is. Jasson Dominguez, the guy that can't catch a ball. Still ranked number 1. George Lombard Jr., Roderick Arias, Ben Hess, who was just drafted, Bryce Cunningham, who was just drafted, Spencer Jones, now ranked 6th on the Yankees prospect list. Chase Hampton, who is coming back healthy. Will Warren, I mean, we can move him. I'm okay with that. Henry Lalane, who I'm excited to see in a full year. And then Rafael Flores, who could smack the cover off of a baseball, I'll tell you that much. But Spencer Jones, I just wanted to stay there because, again, you still got people that are shitting on Jasson Dominguez as much as they can. And I'm sorry, folks, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand the anger and vitriol towards Jasson Dominguez. I understand you get mad he missed the fly ball. We're upset he missed that fly ball. I get it. I understand that. But let me just also remind you guys, a lot of you say, yeah, but Spencer Jones, he's the one. I hope he is the one. I hope he has a great year. It's only better for the Yankees. Jasson Dominguez is 21, folks. 21. Extremely young and missed the year of COVID. Missed the year due to injury. Tommy John. This is a really, 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 really good young player who just deserves what Anthony Volpe got. I don't know, what the kid has to do. I don't get it. I don't fully understand what he needs to do to get a chance. But I'm just gonna pull something else up for everybody here while we talk about it. Here it is. Let's pull this up and talk about it here real quick. As a 21-year-old in AAA last year, he only hit 309 with an 848 OPS. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. We don't got to talk about Jasson Dominguez anymore. I'm going to keep talking about Jasson Dominguez unless he's traded. If he's traded, I'll stop talking about him. If he's not, he better be in the fucking outfield next year. That's simple. If not, just trade him. No problem. Then whatever. No big deal, right? Nobody cares. Nobody cares then at that point. Another switch hitter in the lineup. I agree. But let's see what else we got going on over here. I think I might have missed something. Let me see. I think somebody said something. Oh, about Clay Holmes. Yeah, I've seen some of those reports about Clay Holmes potentially starting for a club. That's interesting. And apparently the Mets are interested in him being a starter. That's really interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Sinker guy. Good slider. Pretty decent changeup. I could see where teams kind of maybe look to take a risk with that. If it doesn't work out, you put him at first base. I mean, you put him back in the bullpen. I could see teams having some interest in that. It's kind of interesting to think about. I could see why teams would want to do something like that. So, I don't know. I don't know, but things should start picking up pretty soon here. Again, Jack Curry, and they all mentioned it. Jack Curry also mentioned that he spoke to an executive who basically said, we want to go out there and make moves and start doing stuff, but everything is being held up by Soto right now. So we're still kind of just waiting around and waiting for that to happen. And the one thing I will say, Jack Curry didn't seem to really spend a ton of time on the what if scenarios. There was a short little segment, but you could kind of read Jack Curry a little bit, and I'll be honest with you. He seemed fairly friggin' confident. He seemed pretty confident. I don't know if you guys kind of felt the same way, but I feel like he seemed pretty confident. He seemed even more confident than I've been. I believe Soto's going to be a Yankee. I always said that, and I always say it could have bias towards that, but it makes too much damn sense. It makes too much sense, and I really hope he is a Yankee because there's a lot of work I did with some graphics and things like that have to do with Soto that I really don't want to change. He did also, correct. Also, the Cody Bellinger stuff was interesting because I could probably assume that the Yankees and Cubs have probably had some sort of conversation already when it comes to that. I'm not talking about they've started negotiations to get him. I think they've probably, sent a flyer out there. Hey, if he's interested, if he's available, we might have interest. I could see that. David Miser says, trade Cortez or Schmitty. Which do you think? It depends on what the move is. I said this many times. I think if the Yankees could get a guy, and this is creativity, by the way. So this is what's fun about the offseason. Let your mind be free. Think about certain other moves that could be made. It's a bit of a risk, but I love the idea of a Brendan Donovan for a Clark Schmidt. Maybe Clark Schmidt, Everson Pereira, something along those lines for a guy like Brendan Donovan. I like that. I think it's risky for the Yankees. I think Clark could be really good. But I think I take the risk. I love Brendan Donovan. He's another guy like a Soto I got years talking about. I really like him. I like him a lot, man. I think this is a guy that could be a really, really good ball player. Let me see how to, I think it's like this. Is it like that? Hold on one second. Let me try to find Donovan here real quick. Brendan Donovan. There we go. But I like this player a lot, man. He's just a gamer. You could see when he plays. He had some the Yankees when he played against the Yankees. He beat the shit out of them. I'm a big fan of Brendan Donovan. I mean, if you were able to get Donovan and get Cody Bellinger, and then Soto is back, and you got Dominguez in center field, wow. I mean, you're talking about a lineup right there. I could probably say it off the top of my head. Donovan, Soto, Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, Wells or Jazz, however you want to go about it from there. But man, Brendan Donovan never played for the Yankees. No, he's come up as a St. Louis Cardinal, but he played against us, and let me tell you something, man. He beat the shit out of us. He had 14 homers. I guess he'd probably have a lot more at the Yankees. Let's see. He had 14. Playing at Yankee Stadium, he'd have 19. So you'd see a nice little uptick in home runs. But he puts the ball in play. He's not a big strikeout guy. Brendan Donovan could also field his position well. Played a lot of third base. Hasn't played second base in too long. It's been a few years since he's played second base, but he's been good there. So whether the Yankees get him and they go, you know what? We're going to leave him at third base and we're going to move Jazz over to second. I don't like that because Jazz has a fucking cannon. You don't take a cannon and move it off of third base, in my opinion. But maybe the Yankees seen a little something and they go, you know what? If we could improve there, let's do it. Let's put him at second base. If that's the case and they want to do that, I'm down for it, man. I'm down for it. And look, let me just throw something else by you guys real quick. As Tim says, Pete Dombrowski is getting the GM juices flowing. Time for Hal to hire the big Dombrowski. Oh, I like the sound of that. Just keep on loving me. Who provides the entertainment like the U? Nobody does. Oh, you better subscribe to the U, folks. Hit that subby. But look, let me run something by you guys. Can the Yankees find a taker? The Undertaker, sorry. Can the Yankees find a taker for Marcus Stroman? $18 million. I don't see the point. I don't see the point of keeping Marcus Stroman around. Look, did he do what you kind of expected him to do? Yeah, I see it. He did what kind of expected him to do. But can you move maybe $14 million of that $18 million? Back pocket that. Maybe the Yankees move Nestor. Maybe they move somebody else. They already saved some money letting John Berti go. Can you bring in Cody Bellinger? That adds a little bit to that payroll. And Brendan Donovan doesn't really get paid. He's going to enter his fourth year of his career, so he's not getting paid a lot of money. You got cost control of Brendan Donovan for multiple years. Those are two moves that are realistic, especially if the Yankees can move some salary. Is there any way they can relieve themselves of DJ LeMahieu? I don't know. That's a tough sell. That's a tough sell because it's almost like you'd have to take a contract. I don't know. I don't know if you could do that. But it's an intriguing way to think about it. They'd have a lot of lefties in that lineup. I'll tell you that much. They'd have a lot of lefties. You know, they'd be a fairly heavy left-handed club. Brendan Donovan would be another lefty. Cody Bellinger, lefty. Soto, lefty. Jazz, lefty. Wells, lefty. Switch hitter for Jasson Dominguez, which that would help a lot. But it's interesting, man. I'm a big fan of Brendan Donovan. I like that move a lot. I'm a fan of it. Well, right now the rotation would be what? Cole, Rodon, Louis Heel, Schmidt, Nestor, Stroman, and then you got your guys like your Chase Hamptons, your Will Warren, I never want to see. JT Brubaker was brought back. So when I hear the Yankees bringing JT Brubaker back instead of non-tendering him, they obviously saw something they liked. So JT Brubaker was a guy, I said Cody Poteet. He's a guy I said years ago that the Yankees, I could see them going after, and they eventually got him. He had pretty decent stuff when he was with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't know how he's building back, but obviously I would assume that the Yankees saw something they liked that they decided to keep him. They decided to keep him around, so I don't think they did that for no reason. But just for the overall updates and stuff, guys, that's it. I mean, it's a bit more of the same. We're in a waiting game right now, man, and I'm happy to be in this waiting game with you guys and continuing to go live for Soto Watch, talking to you guys, maybe talking some of you guys off a cliff. And look, nothing is said and done. Juan Soto's not a Yankee yet. If he leaves the Yankees, I can't rock this hat no more. That's going to suck. I got to redo some of my designs. That's going to suck. But hey, if he's not a Yankee no more, folks, all I look forward to is then what do my Yankees do from there? That's it. And it's not even the winter meetings yet. Exactly, Hershen. The winter meetings are December 8th. As you guys know, we'll be live every single day. We're also going to be doing a charity day. We're looking to collect some money for things like Toys for Tots. We're actually going to spread it around a little bit. There's a couple of organizations we want to try to help out, and we're going to set a goal and try to reach that. Acevedo says, too bad we got Mr. No Creativity as GM. Yeah, man, that's interesting. That's interesting because creativity was something that was mentioned a couple of times, and I don't think anybody here would guess, but I'm not the biggest Brian Cashman guy. I give him his flowers when he deserves his flowers, but I'm definitely not the biggest Brian Cashman guy. Not at all. Could he get creative? It's possible, I guess. Has he been super creative with deals, maybe moving some contracts, some salary, getting some things off the books while adding a piece or two? Not really. He's done a good job on certain things, and I understand that, but I still feel like he's a weakness for the Yankees. And I know a lot of people will hear that and go, he's one of the most respected GMs and blah, blah. Okay, cute. He's just not, he's not one of my favorite guys. I'd keep Aaron Boone over Cashman any day of the week. And that goes to show how much little I think of Brian Cashman overall. I think him and Fishman are problems. I think they've been problems for a while. Do they come across a good move? Of course. Every now and then, yeah, they do. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say they never get nothing right. They do a couple of good things, but no, man, he's not one of my favorites. But if anybody missed it, I'll go ahead and play it for you guys so you guys can hear Jack Curry yourself. I didn't get a chance to do this today, so let's take a listen to what Jack Curry had to say about Soto. Here we go.
Jack, Yankees fans obviously want that reunion with the Yankees. What's the very latest with Soto?
And he's the biggest fish in the ocean, Bob, and the Yankees would love to have that reunion with Soto, as you said. And what we can report about what was happening with the Yankees and Soto, they have had several productive conversations. They have obviously exchanged offers about money. This is going to be a mega contract. I talked to one industry source who said that when Soto eventually signs, he will exceed the deal that Ohtani signed. Now, I don't mean 10 years, $700 million. I mean the real value, which is $46 million a year.
Right.
When you start to think about what that means in terms of years, if it's a 12, 13, or 14-year deal, you're creeping up into the $600 million territory. The Yankees have been very comfortable with the presentation and the process that they have had with Soto. They feel they've made this a priority. They have put their best foot forward, and they say that they are comfortable with whatever decision he ends up making because they feel that they have sent the message to him. They want him in New York. When you're swimming in these waters, Flash,
yep,
you know you're willing to go to that level to pay him, and they're trying to send that message that, hey, they want him back in right field, and they want him there for a long time.
Yeah, that's almost, it's funny because that's almost word for word exactly what I was told when I gave you guys my last update, is that I was told just that. The Yankees are very, you guys could go back to it, that they're very, very comfortable where they are. That's the last update I got. I'm like, well, what does that necessarily mean? They feel they're in a good spot. They feel they're in a good spot. They let him know they want him back. He knows they want him back. And, that's where it is, folks. That's where we are right now. So it's waiting game time. That's all. Waiting game. David Miser, my guy. I paid the cost to be the boss. David Miser says one last thing about Walker Buehler is that a pitcher you could see. Yes, I like Walker Buehler. I mentioned that before. And there's rumors out there already about Walker Buehler that he's going to look for a 1-year deal. Probably, 1 year, 12, 14 million maybe. I wouldn't be shocked if he got more than that. But there's rumors out there now that, he's going to want to do the 1-year thing, build his, season up to where he needs it to be. He didn't pitch a lot last year. And he looked really good in the postseason, had a great curveball, started to get a lot of swings and misses again. I'm a fan of him, man. I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of Walker Buehler. I like him a lot. And again, when I was talking earlier about moving some of those pitching salaries, well, you can always bring a pitcher in. There's a lot of options for the New York Yankees out there, folks. There's a lot of options. And, I don't know. I feel like we're in for an intriguing offseason after Juan Soto, man. And again, just to rephrase everything already, there's no plan B. There's no plan C. It doesn't exist, folks. It doesn't exist. Don't let nobody tell you differently. It doesn't exist at all. This whole idea that we can go out there and then go sign 5 guys and we're going to be good. Stop it. Stop it. Remember Simonetti Source days? Stop it. That was the line. Stop it. That's my line today. Stop it. There is no other plan. There is no other plan. I'm sorry, guys. It's one of those days where you're saying, look, folks, we're a general. You're outnumbered. Well, what are we going to do, General? The only thing we can do. Fight. We're going through the front door. That's it. That's all you can do right here. It's either you're dead in the water or you get your guy back and you compete and you go for it. And you go for it. Jack Curry, what do they do? Maybe they go after Adames. He didn't have a plan either because there is none. He didn't sit there and go, I could definitely see them going after Adames, Burns. I could see them added to their pitching to kind of supplement the offense. There wasn't really nothing else. This show today was about Soto, which obviously it was going to be. But if you believe that Jack Curry is kind of the pulse of the club and that temperature of where they are, I think you should be pretty confident today. I tell you what, I'm a little more confident today. Kyle Higashioka. Kev's favorite player is going to the Texas Rangers. Higgy is going to the Rangers. So Kev will be happy about that. But what is this guy talk? Let's see. Was somebody talking in here about what is it? The pitching's the problem? Let me see. We got a little bit of time. Why not? Let's have a good time. Tyler says Crackle has mentioned NY got smoked by LA with Soto and substandard pitching. The Yankees pitching was pretty damn good in the postseason. The Dodgers didn't really beat the Yankees up. I talk about that all the time. I'm not taking nothing away from the Dodgers. The Dodgers didn't really beat the Yankees up. Yankees beat the shit out of themselves, to be honest. Acevedo, if the Yankees get Soto, they're not getting Burns. I don't see them doing that. Pete, Yankees and Canely want a reunion. Yeah, I saw that. The Yankees love that damn changeup. I would be shocked if Tommy Canely's not back. I could see that happening. The Yankees love that changeup, man. It's all he throws. Changeup. And he killed him in the World Series, too. Tommy Canely was not good in the World Series, but the Yankees love him. He's good for the clubhouse. I know the clubhouse loves him, and, obviously they value that very much. And those are the things that not everybody gets to see all the time, but I'm kind of ready to move past. I'm ready to move past Tommy Canely, to be honest. Chris Silva, what's up, brother? I'm ready to move past Tommy Canely. I don't know about you guys, but guys, do me a favor. Smacky that likey. Hitty that sub like you've never done before in your life. So a couple of more updates for you guys. Today is Moon Day, of course. We had All Rise this morning. We're doing a live today. Of course, if any news breaks, I'm going to be here for you guys. Don't worry about that. Tomorrow, I do plan on going live again, whether it's just me having a cup of coffee and talking with you guys about any recent update, if there is anything. Be here for that. Wednesday, we're still planning on doing Bronx or Nothing. I don't know if it's going to be me, Kev, and Francis, or is it just going to be me and Kev? We're trying to work around that. I'm waiting for an update from Francis. Once I get that, I'll let you guys know. Thursday, NYYST is back. And Friday, we'll do All Rise, likely again Friday morning. And be right back down to business. But again, man, we're 11 subs away from 39,200. Let's get there, folks. If you got friends and family around you, grab their phone and make them sub to the U. Grab their phone and make them subby, folks. I'm telling you. Steady. David Miser says, found watching these reports that Yankees won't get Soto because of anonymous sources from Yankees. Love to see what these sources are. Bro, look, man. Francis summarized this very well on Designated Spitters last night, which I think was one of our best episodes. And by the way, folks, everybody can watch All Rise, these videos, Designated Spitters, Bronx or Nothing on every platform. Go follow us on iTunes. Go follow us on Spotify. Leave reviews. Please leave reviews. All right? So if you guys are driving and you're like, damn, I can't watch YouTube. I get ads. Put it on Spotify. Put it on Apple and all that fun stuff. And we'll go from there. But no, man, Francis broke this down a bit yesterday too when it came to some of these sources. A lot of times, here's the thing. In Dominican Republic, you got people who know people. This guy works for the Red Sox organization. He's involved in the complex in DR. And yeah, I'm being told that they're going very hard for Soto. And you know, people hear that and they go, "Hey, the Red Sox are looking really good to get Soto." That's all it is, man. And look, I'm a big fan of some of these guys. I happen to like Hector Gomez a lot. Has Hector Gomez been wrong? Yeah. He's been wrong a bit. I like him. He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. Very nice guy. I like Hector Gomez a lot. Mike Rodriguez, I like him a lot. Good guy. This Marino Pepin guy, I don't know who he is. But as Francis said yesterday, if they're wrong, what does it do to them? You know, what's the accountability? I don't know. It's very different if you had a guy like Jeff Passan coming out going, hey, yeah, the Red Sox are picking it up. They could be the team, folks. And then the next day he signs with the Yankees and like, what the fuck? Chef Nick, what's up, my guy? What up? Jocko, what's up, brother? How you doing? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, man, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you guys again. Like I said, man, the news is not stopping over here at the U. You know, you guys know how we work here, man. There is no off days. There is no off times. And again, I just want to do one more thing real quick. I want to do once again, and I know for a fact you guys are going to be like, Pete, shut the fuck up, bro. We get it. I wanted to thank this community again for one more thing. You guys helping me get the new computer that I got. It really, really, really does mean a lot. More than you guys know. Because next year and the stuff that we're going to do throughout the year is going to be so fucking awesome, man. It is going to be so friggin' awesome for the stuff that you guys are going to be able to see this year because of your contributions and helping out. So I, again, just wanted to thank you guys for that because I did a lot of stuff today that I'm working on. I can't really show it because the camera's here. But if you're in Discord, you've seen it already. So again, I just wanted to tell you guys, thank you. Because I was limited. Don't get me wrong. This baby right here, this is where it began. This baby is where it began. This is my baby. To this day, I'll be traveling with this baby. And yeah, that is Macho King on there, all right? Yankees farm, my brother, and march. Stay march. Stay march. But I was limited. There was a lot of limitations there that I could do. You know, I could also go 4K if I want, but, you know, I haven't done 4K yet. I want to be careful. But I could go 4K. I don't know if you guys want to see Pete 4K. I'm growing a new mole. By the way, I got a mole growing up here. A brand new one. I hate it. I can't stand it. But this is what I do, and there's nothing to talk about. I talk about a fucking mole. By the way, if anybody wants to get me anything from behind here, feel free to send it. I'm just kidding. You guys do enough for me. Anyway, I love you all. You guys are the fucking best. Truly, truly, truly. But again, man, just wait and see. Especially Game Season Live this year. Take it easy, folks. Game Season Live this year. Oh, yeah, baby. Wait a second. Game Season Live this year.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, yo, I love it. I love it, baby. Kev Boogie, you son of a bitch, where you been?
Gabagool, over here.
Boy. Kev Boogie, the season ends. Let me tell you guys something real quick. The season ends and this guy fucking disappears. I don't even get to say gabagool over here anymore. Well, you know, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't know, you know. What are you going to do? But guys, I got nothing else to talk about. Everything has been said that I need to say. There's nothing else out there. If something were to break, I'm going to be back for you guys. Don't worry about it. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Much love to each and every one of you. You guys are the fucking best, truly. No doubt about it. You guys are the best. No voicemails today, Chris. We'll get back to you. I was heartbroken. I feel you, brother. I feel you, brother. Guys, you're the best. Peace out. Have a great rest of your night, guys. And I will see you all mañana. God willing. I'll be here tomorrow. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my been ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging.